We on? Let us know if we can move or maneuver.
Good, man.
Awesome. All right, guys. So I have the one and only JJ Simmons.
JJ.
Thou Shalt Prosper TV. Been waiting a while now to meet up. A lot of energy. I know you're doing your thing every single day.
Yeah.
We got a lot to talk about. I mean, you've got some amazing stuff happening. We'll get to the book in a minute.
Yeah.
You just had all the little guys just got to meet Grant Cardone.
Yeah.
That's some stuff that you and I, you know, were dreaming about probably this past year or two. I know you've been working hard, knocking on his door.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
So I mean, I'm glad to have you here, and you know, glad to introduce you to our network, and you'll be able to use this content. But
yes.
you know, what do you want to talk about right now? Let's get into it.
Man, bro, I'm just excited, man. I'm excited about productivity. You know, I'm working on. I just finished writing my second book, and I'll be starting working on the third one right after that one drops. But I'm excited about production, man. You know, the third book is going to be called From Potential to Productivity.
Okay.
And I was a kid that I didn't know that I had potential. I thought when I was younger that whatever you have is what you have. That's it. That you couldn't do nothing to add to it. I didn't know that. And then I discovered that everybody got potential. And then I discovered that 99% of the world die with potential. So that made me excited because I discovered like, wow, so it's not up to God, it's not up to other people, and I can do something with my potential and produce from it. Yeah. So like I tell people all the time, this book was potential. It was on the inside of me, but I produced it. Right. And because I produced it, I can make money off of it now. Yeah. So I'm excited about production, dude. Everything, like, I'm obsessed with production. Like I was telling my kids the other day, yesterday he was telling me he won't be famous, he won't be a YouTuber. I said, well, you got to stop watching other people's YouTube videos. I said, I appreciate the fact that you love this guy and you appreciate this guy, but you got to know how to stop it and do your own. Like when I finished that book, I said, you know what, no more TV, I'm done. You know, I'm a selfish, you know, we learned it from grandma. I'm selfish. Right. I'm selfish with my time.
As you should.
You know, so I'm like, you know what, forget this, forget that. Let me get on this computer and write. And sometimes when I'm not on my computer, my second book, I get on my notes on my app and I email it to myself. I copy and paste it to the Microsoft Word.
Best thoughts come at random times.
Exactly.
You never know.
So I'm obsessed with productivity right now.
Yeah, production and creating.
Creating.
I mean, the more shots you take,
right,
the more opportunities that are created.
Right. And
you know what's funny about, you're talking about consuming other people's content versus putting out your own, right? So one of the biggest complaints that I have when I'm helping an entrepreneur transition from consuming to producing is they get on their Instagram, they get on their social media while we're engaging with all these new people, and they say, hey man, I'm seeing all this random stuff on my feed, all these people that I don't want to look at.
Okay.
They say, I don't want to see all these random people that I don't know. And I got to tell a lot of people, I'm like, listen, you're sitting there hanging out, consuming their content. Why are you worried about that? Instead of you putting it out to the world and all the people that want to actually see what you have going on.
Correct.
So, you know, just making that small shift can be huge.
Absolutely. So yeah, man, so that's what I got going on, bro. Just production.
Yeah. So let's see. This past year, you produced one book in the past year. Yeah. Another one within the next. Yeah, it's coming out August, September. This second book, I'm gonna tell you something. This is gonna be one of the greatest entrepreneurship books ever written. I mean, top 5, top 10. I promise you. It's called Become a 21st Century Entrepreneur. It's gonna be amazing, man. And I'm just talking about becoming. Yeah. Once again, the potential thing. Like you can become something. I wasn't a marketer. I became a marketer. I didn't know it was a such thing. Like I heard the term learning how to sell, but I didn't know I can become a salesperson. I didn't know I can become a technician. Right. So I'm teaching people that in today's economy, everybody is busy. Everybody is trying to do their own thing. And you can't start with a team from the beginning. You got to learn how to wear different hats. And I'm not like promoting the, you know, jack of all trades concept. Yeah. But for example, like me, I got 700 videos online. Okay. I'm not a video producer. I don't classify myself as that. Right. I'm a personality. But I had to learn how to do my own videos. Absolutely. Because if I wouldn't have, my vision would have been on hold. You wouldn't have saw me. Right. You know, and a bunch of other people that see me. So I had to learn how to become
a video editor. I had to become a technician, become a marketer, become a sales, you know, to become a 21st century.
And here's the thing, like people think, another wall that people run into is they want to wait until they're at 100%. Yeah. Until they've got it all figured out. Like no, Jeremy, I'm not going to start marketing, I'm not going to start growing, I'm not going to start putting out content until I've got it all figured out. And I'm like, yeah, you'll lose 100% every single time, over and over and over again. So you don't have a videographer if you're out there. It is literally the most inexpensive way for you to be your own 24/7 running advertisement. And I mean that in a genuine way, because you get to connect with a lot of people you're providing. If you have value to provide, then provide it. Yeah. Don't hold back, don't wait. Don't wait until the product's figured out. I mean, we found people, how Cody started iComeUp Marketing, it was because someone contacted him and said, hey, can you do what you did for your iComeUp account and grow my page too? Wow. And he said, holy smokes. Wow. That's our service. That's our service. Wow. Just like that. One day, somebody asked him to do something that he had been doing for himself. And it was like, okay, then they're like, yeah, what's it cost? He's like, yeah. You know? Right in his kitchen. Started managing 50 to 100 of his clients all by hand on his kitchen counter. Just banging away. Wow. Following the right people, figuring out what people wanted, figuring out the target markets, figured out we can grow accounts by 1,000 followers, 500, 1,000 followers a month, started that. And then, you know, here we are with 25 plus managers and a full-scale team, 25 plus salespeople, you know. So it literally all starts from like, okay, so let's talk about like providing something in the marketplace, right? Yeah. Like what do you think, what is your top 3 things that you want to bring to people right now that are watching in the marketplace and on social and in general?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, I've discovered a dominant thing that I have the gift to be able to push people to walk in their purpose. You know, like I was telling a young lady in Houston a few weeks ago, I said, you gotta understand, people give you knowledge, people give you advice based on their experience. So if you really pay attention when you call somebody, you got to be mindful that they are answering your question from their perception. It's not a truth, it's just their opinion. Okay, so my thing is, I'm pushing people to become what God has created them to become. Whether it's an entrepreneur, it don't matter. You know, whatever it is that you're doing. So that's the value I'm bringing to the marketplace today. Become who you believe you can become. Like every day I'm becoming this person, this phenomenal guy I see in my head. Right. You know what I'm saying? So for me to write a book and then write a second book is because I saw myself as an author. You know, because some people think, you know, like you said, you got to be this certain person and 20 people got to tell you, man, you should write a book. And I decided, I said, you know what? I don't wait for permission from nobody. That's another thing I'm doing for people. Like I'm giving people permission to break all the rules. Okay? Like I don't need permission from nobody.
I don't think so.
You know, I sold 100 books on pre-order and just did it. Just made a decision, created a flyer, posted it, and was selling. Selling like crazy, dude. So I just give myself permission to break rules. When I'm talking to somebody, they tell me, man, I don't know. I don't know. I do it. Once I get told no, I know that's a sign to do it. I had a friend of mine in Houston. She was like, I think you promoted the second book too early. I said, okay. I'm going to do it anyway.
This is the second book?
This is the first one.
Oh, this is the first one?
Yeah, the second one is Become a 21st Century Entrepreneur.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the first book.
Sorry, now, you haven't written one previous?
No, this is the first book.
Okay, gotcha.
First book.
Gotcha.
First book took me 2 years, second book took me 60 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
That ought to tell you something.
Yeah. First one, 2 years, second one, 60 days. The difference was my focus. You know. Yeah. I just got focused.
You were writing a word a day.
Yeah. I was. You know, the thing is that I tell y'all a secret. This was so phenomenal. I was reading a John Maxwell book, and he said something so incredible. He said that this was what helped me understand. Most of us, with my videos, for example, I would sometimes wait for motivation. I don't wait for motivation no more. Like I can have a sad day. I remember one day I did a video. I was in tears in my car. I mean, I was broken. I got out the car. Switched my mindset to the video. One of the greatest videos I got today. Like if people wouldn't know, which I never mentioned it, they wouldn't know. No. But I know how to switch. I talk about that in the second book. You got to know how to become an emotional savage.
See, you know, and that's the thing is that people, you know, they look at somebody like Grant and they think, how does this guy go 24/7, right? Like wakes up, like the first thing he's doing is turning on the camera, right? And it's like, you know, he knows that he's got to turn that on. Like, he knows that he's got to be the guy, you know, to do what he's best at, to provide and be his personality.
Right.
Right? There's nothing wrong with that. And it's that switch where when you can turn it on, like when we can sit down here and provide value, it's like, you've got two sides to it, man. There's the JJ that's doing his thing behind the camera 24/7. There's the JJ that wants to provide, you know, and be who you.
Yeah,
you know,
I ain't gonna, I'm the same person off camera with my family.
No, exactly.
I'm the radical.
100%.
Yeah, like that's me all day. But yeah, you're right though, and sometimes it takes that.
Yeah.
You know, that mental.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't script anything out here.
We didn't
talk about what we're going to talk about.
Not at all.
I don't have a sheet in front of me, you know. But I mean, it takes a lot of, you know. So you're a preacher.
I am.
Right, and I think I love that because, you know, what's funny is before I partnered with Cody and I Come Up, I had created a program myself just called The Power of Independence. Okay. And it's basically what you were talking about, pushing people. I was helping people figure out what they were best at and how they could act on it right now.
Okay.
Right, and make a difference. And that just stemmed from a lot of young people becoming entrepreneurs and pushing them to do it. And people think I'm not in the right place to do it. I don't have the money to do it. I don't have the nicest car. I can't be that person. I can't, you know, create the brand. I can't be like whoever. And that's all bullshit. You know, it's all fake. And you know, people can do it right now. And make a difference right now. And so I think that that's a big thing about your passion and compassion for people that, you know, that aren't there yet and haven't made that switch and haven't made that shift. But okay, so this next year is going to be a big one.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you think? Let's dig into the shit that nobody wants to talk about. Like, what's one or two things that you feel like the puzzle pieces still need to be put in play?
For me,
yeah,
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm really focusing on right now, like transitioning my business to digital.
Yep.
Like,
that's what I wanted to talk about.
You know, for example, I can admit to you one thing I've discovered, that sometimes we wait in life to see a model before you actually do it. Like a lot of stuff, like for example, like E.T. with the Breathe University, Grant Cardone with the Cardone University. I had this idea 5 years ago, but I didn't know what it was in my head. And now that I saw other people doing it, I'm like, oh wow, that's what I was trying to do. So that kind of gave me permission to do it.
How much does E.T.'s university cost?
He got different. He got one for like $100 a month, one $200 a month.
It's brilliant.
You know, it is, because you got all these people. You got 500,000 subscribers. So you're like, okay, this is potential income. Let's try to find a way to cash in on these subscribers. It's free. It makes sense.
I mean, people need it.
It's completely ignorant not to do it.
Yeah.
So for me, I got all these people that's following me. I'm teaching these people. I'm teaching them how to make money, etc., etc. So that's what I'm focusing on right now, bro. Going digital, so I can really scale myself. And hopefully, I know I Come Up Media, they're going to help me with that.
1,000%. Because here's my thing. It's like, I'm so selfish in business in a good way, where I think, I'm only going to do something that I can, number one, do from wherever, at any time, wherever, whenever I want to be. I got to be able to provide it to unlimited amount of people.
Right.
There cannot be a cap. There cannot be a limit. I cannot only have X amount of clients at one time. And I got to be able to produce as much as I want through that, and be able to provide that, like, at any scale, right? And so that's why I love network marketing so much. There was no limit, there was no cap. I could do it from anywhere, and I could produce as much as I want, right?
Yeah.
So I waited a while. Like, I went back into my hibernation zone, like didn't have a project for a whole year, and then when I partnered with Cody, I said, boom, perfect, something that I can provide to literally anybody that is building, that's growing. I can provide this to anybody from anywhere in the world, and there's no cap. We can just we can scale up. So that's where I think, from an entrepreneur's perspective, in terms of, you know, being able to. It doesn't mean we're not on the phone closing deals, of course.
Right.
It doesn't mean that we don't. In fact, for a social media company, we're about as blue collar as it gets, right?
Okay.
Like 25 managers, hands-on accounts where everything in the world is automated, and all that crap. So I think that that's where you're going to win is. You know, building JJ as, you know, and moving into social, where, you know, the books, the shirts, the programs.
Yeah.
Where's the program? Is there a program?
It is, man. It's just
the coaching program, right?
No. It's lessons. It's like It's called Own University. Just JJ
Is it PDF? You got it right now?
Video.
It's all video.
It's all video.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like, you know, I'm just looking at it from like a fitness trainer's perspective, right?
Right.
Like you help these guys go from I help these guys go from $0 to $100,000 a year
right.
plus, all online, through Instagram, through Facebook, with their fitness programs, right? You have a fitness program for the freaking mind, and more than that, right?
And I'm so glad I came to Miami.
So that's what we need to do. I mean, we take, you know, and you got to put some time into that, right? Like it's going to take away from it's going to take away from other stuff.
Yeah, but the good thing about it, I just have to do it one time.
Oh, well, that's it.
With the video,
you can always update it. You can always
update
it. You can always change it. And the other thing is, you honestly, you might not even have to do it. Like if we can help take care of it and build out a project with you,
okay.
You know, while you're doing your thing. You know, I just had a young lady finish creating a 45-page document for a fitness coach online.
Okay.
Okay, so let me say this. Like this guy literally, he's a grown-ass man. He's killing it. He's just figured out the body, right? Like he's just killing it. Has no business online. He's working a job in the financial industry, making 50 grand a year, doing just fine, but he has no products online. He's making no money online. So we started a program. I literally helped him create his value ladder, create his package details, create the PDF. We're in the process of the website. You know, we're creating everything that's all up here already. You already have all that, so this would be even more fun. And then we name it and we go.
Yeah. Financial Wisdom University.
There it is.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm doing this year, bro. You know, and really get that out the way because. I
mean, you need that.
Yeah, and like I said, it's so sad, and that's why I'm so radical about the, you know, not waiting for permission side because a lot of stuff that's being done today. I had ideas of it a few years ago, and I slept on it because you know it's tough to be a pioneer.
Yeah.
To create something that you've never seen, but you know what it is you're trying to do in your head, but because you have nobody to model, you don't execute, and then all of a sudden somebody do it, they give you permission, and now boom, now it look like you're following every other trend. And that's the downside of waiting for permission. Yeah. You know, so that's what I'm working on right now.
It's okay. A lot of people think
it's not okay, bro.
Okay. What I mean is.
It's not.
What I mean is, when I look at my skill set, for instance, maybe you and I differ just in this way, right? Slightly. I'm somebody that finds a good idea and spreads it to the world, right? Yeah. So like when I find Cody, like I had a list of people to call, and I had a guy on top. For some reason, I didn't call him, and Cody was number 2, and I called him next. Okay. I called Cody, partnered with him that day, and just went. You know, took the damn thing from $5-10 grand a month to $1 million last year within 18 months. Right? So I look at myself as like, sometimes I'm not the guy that creates the idea. I'm the guy that takes the idea and does more with it than the guy that created it can do. So, you know, and exactly, I know that about myself. I don't sit here all day trying to reinvent the wheel like a lot of people do. They say, no, I'm too cool to take E.T.'s idea and duplicate it. I'm too cool to do this, and because he already did it, now it's done. No, it's not done. It hasn't been done by you. So you are pioneering no matter what. For all the people out there that you know, if you don't know what you want to do, if you don't know where you want to go, how you're going to start being an entrepreneur right now, I would give him a call. I would give me a call. That's what I would do if I were that person, because that's what I did. I gave the guy a call. Put myself in a position where I said, hey, don't worry about the money, JJ. What can I do for you, man? Listen, I just want to build something. I want to go big. I love what you do. I love what you say. I love what you're about. Let me partner with you.
Bro, where you was at when you called me? Where you was at? You was in Pennsylvania or in Miami?
I was in Delaware. Yeah, I was in my bathroom. I shut the door in my bathroom. I called you.
In the bathroom?
Yep. Staring at myself in the mirror. You answered like I've never heard anybody answer the phone before in my entire life. It sent like my heart dropped.
What did I do?
In like a good way.
Yeah.
This is what JJ Simmons said. Call him, ringing. Hello, JJ Simmons, That's How Prosper TV. How much are you paying me today?
Really? That's what I said? Wow.
And I was like, my heart dropped, and I was like, thank God I'm witty. My heart dropped, I'm like, hey man, I was about to ask you the same question. How much are you paying me today?
Wow.
And we got
I think I must have, because you know when on iPhone they say maybe, you know the phone, I'm like, this person, they found my number online somewhere.
Yeah, through your Instagram.
Yeah, I was like, so I knew it was something in that space. I was like, oh Lord, here we go.
Yeah,
I had Coach Burt People call me one day. He called me, I said, bro, listen, don't call. I said, everything y'all doing right now, I'm trying to do the same thing. I'm not buying nothing right now. told him just like, and he just started busting out laughing. Eventually, we became friends, and I interviewed Coach Burt.
Who was that?
Coach Burt, Michael Burt, people.
Okay.
You know Michael Burt? No. He spoke at the 10X, bald head dude from Nashville. No. Real country, cool accent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Love that.
But yeah, man, that's what's up, bro. I appreciate you, man, and I just.
Yeah, I mean, I followed up a few times. I had to call back. Each time I could tell. I knew there was a lot of energy there.
Yeah.
But I knew that there was a puzzle piece that
The great thing about it, though, you was right. He was like, bro, when you told me I had more posts than Grant at the time.
Right.
He was like, bro, look how much you didn't post it. And go look at, you said, go look at Rob Cicillo's stuff. Rob had like 500, I got like 5,000. I was like, what in the world? It's like, man, now I was like, people need to see what I got going on.
Yeah. So
you was right. So that was it showed me the good side of it, really investigating your prospect and knowing not just the cold call without the data, So
1,000%.
That was a true help. And
I mean, if I don't pull that up before, then what am I really here to say to someone?
Yeah. It would have been educated.
Yeah, of course. And it only takes. I'm not saying you have to have the whole rundown of this guy's life or this person's life. But when Grant Cardone, when we were at the boot camp, and he was having people stand up and speak and say, and pitch me. Everybody said the same shit. He shut like 6-7 people down, like in the middle of their pitch. And you're done, because it's just bland. There's no context. There's no personality. Like there's no personal connection to that at all. So when I finally stood up, Cody's like, "Yo, you got to stand up." I'm shaking, and the kid right behind me just got shut down.
Wow.
And Cody's like, "Come on, you gotta go." So I stand up, and I pulled up his partner speaker that was on, just another corporate sales trainer. I pulled up his Instagram right on my phone, like I would do for anybody else, and I was just like, I stood up and spoke and gave my 3 points, and listen, we're gonna take your Instagram, we're gonna grow by 1,000 followers a month, we're gonna prospect, message, build you a leads contact list, and gonna get you a personal social media manager who will help you build your brand. Boom. He's just silent. Grant's like, he looks over to Grant for like, he's like, what do you got to say to that? Grant's like, hey, ain't you the guy we talked to at lunch? And I was like, yeah, we talked at lunch. He's like, y'all don't charge enough, do you? We talked about that. What do you guys charge? X amount a month? I was like, yeah, X amount a month. He's like, what are you going to do for me? What are you going to do for a guy like me? Like, I can't even find you on my payroll. And I was like, listen, Grant, that's why I'm talking to him, not you. Right now. That's why I'm pitching him and not you.
Yeah.
But, that was the biggest thing is you don't charge enough. That was the biggest thing. That was his biggest criticism. And that day, Cody and I made a switch that we don't charge enough, and we changed things.
Wow.
And, we still don't charge enough. At all. Nowhere near it. But, I mean, that day, we opened up, our packages went from, affordable to full scale, $40,000 for the year, things like that made big differences for a lot of the clients that were out there that we found our biggest client at that boot camp. Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah. So, if you're not ready for it, then it's never going to happen. If the online, the product online, the process online, like having those phone calls about your packages online, talking between $250 to $1,000 a month. And you got 10, 20, 30, 40, 100 clients plus on a monthly retainer, being able to take in your knowledge, not taking up your physical time. It's something that's really, really important right now.
Yes,
for you to be stable, mentally stable. I mean, like, geez, I'm so blessed to be able to wake up, go to the gym, come to my office, talk to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 people a day, whatever, have you in here, and then still be able to live my life at the same time and earn more money than I ever have in my whole life. Like, it's crazy.
Incredible.
I just want that I want that for the people that want it for themselves,
I agree.
Ready to make that change. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love it.
Well, I think there's a lot of value. There's a lot more that we could go into, but if you wanna, let's go over the principles.
Oh, with the kids?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, because they're getting the whipping after this. Come on. Absolutely.
Hey, pull up the book real quick as well. Make sure we get this.
Put that down.
Oh, he's got the book.
It's the book right here, man. Principle, Participation, Promise. Phenomenal. Selling like crazy. Come on.
All right, let's go.
Y'all ready?
Yes, sir. Okay.
All right, so you know, you be seeing them. They be out there working with me. I have CDs that I sell with me teaching on entrepreneurship, and I have my books. We sell the books, old school, out the trunk, walking up to people. And that's what we got going on. Plus, I got my t-shirts as well. So we about to give y'all the 7 rules to the sale. Y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
Number 1.
Don't be scared.
Number 2.
Smile.
Number 3.
Look people in the eyes.
Look people in the eye. Number 4.
Don't be scared to ask for the sale.
Don't be scared to ask for the sale. Number 5.
Donations.
Donate. We take donations. You know, they don't want to buy it. Would you like to give a donation? Number 6.
We take card.
We take card. I got square on hand. Number 7.
Focus on the next sale.
Focus on the next sale. So what would you say, bro? What's the number 1 thing you've learned about entrepreneurship so far since you've been working with me, my bro?
When people say you cute, you know, they say you cute, but I'm not gonna buy one. Am I cute enough for you to buy one?
That's what he said. That's his rebuttal for that. People, man, y'all cute. Am I cute enough for you to buy one? What about you, bro? What's the number 1 thing you've learned in entrepreneurship?
Well, I learned that I need to say more things to say when people ask me stuff about the CD in the book.
You need to say more stuff. What you mean? What you mean by that?
I need to ask you for more stuff.
Oh, more stuff to say back when they trying to not buy it. So he trying to learn how to handle objections.
Yep.
You know, so people tell you I don't when you say I don't have cash.
Yeah,
What you say?
No, when they ask me what the book is about.
Oh, okay.
Like that.
You need to have more knowledge about the product.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I like that. Listen, man. J.J. Simmons, thou shall prosper. God bless you.